Good morning, folks. We're reading here from Hebrews, so it's Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 18. God did this so that by two unchangeable things in which it is impossible for God to lie, we who have fled to take hold of this hope offered to us may be greatly encouraged. We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure. It enters the inner sanctuary behind the curtain where Jesus, who went before us, has entered on our behalf. There's a hymn we sing here in Ballyhalbert. Will your anchor hold in the storms of life, when the clouds unfold their wings of strife, when the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your anchor drift or firm remain? We have an anchor that keeps the soul steadfast and sure while the billows roll, fastened to the rock which cannot move, grounded firm and deep in the Saviour's love. As I said, that hymn has been a favourite in Ballyhalbert over the years, and as long as I've been coming here, we've been singing it. Drew and Ellen, Curtis and Sarah both had it in their weddings, and we just have been singing it a lot. Being right here on the shore in Ballyhalbert, right looking out onto the sea, we have had plenty of evidence of the power of the sea. Some days we come, it's calm, other days it's a real storm. People here coming to our fellowship and part of our fellowship have made their living from the sea, and we have known also people who have suffered at the power of the sea. And the sea itself has given us many metaphors that describe our spiritual life. We talk about harbours, we talk about the sands of time, we talk about anchors, storms, waves, billows, the deep, deep love of Jesus. All these are metaphors taken from the sea. But you know, it's one thing singing about such things, it's quite another moving from the poetic metaphor to what is the harder reality. We have suddenly entered a storm that the world that we didn't see coming over the horizon. A storm called COVID-19, the coronavirus. It sounds like a cough mixture or a fast racing car, but it's neither of those things. It's much more deadly, much more dangerous. A virus that threatens our very way of life, worse than anything we have witnessed for generations. We suddenly find that things we just took for granted that we could do, things like going to a restaurant or having friends round for dinner, things like shaking hands or just giving each other a loving hug. These kinds of things are taken from us. Some of you have even lost your jobs, unable maybe as well to visit friends and relatives because of the nature of this crisis that we're in. Fear has descended like an ugly, thick, enveloping and smothering cloak, and we nervously watch our television screens and the news bulletins, afraid to hear what's coming next. Derek and I once owned a little boat together years and years ago. It was an interesting partnership, I have to say. In fact, it was an eventful partnership. Uh, It might have helped if either Derek or I had had one clue about seamanship. Unfortunately, it was an attribute that neither of us really had. The pièce de resistance, however, I think was one day whenever in Ballyhalbert Bay, someone whose name I won't mention among the two of us forgot to put the bung in the bottom of the boat and went out and then began to wonder why they were up to their knees in the water. That someone, and I'm not going to mention it was, well, I can tell you it's not the person you're looking at right now, had to be rescued. We weren't great out at sea, but we did carry one thing on the boat that we should have carried. Not because we bought it, actually came with the boat. It was an anchor. And I think that anchor on more than one occasion saved us from having to be rescued by the RNLI off the coast of the Isle of Man or somewhere like that. It was one thing that despite our clumsy skills, we were glad that we had on board. And the time, of course, using that as a metaphor, the time we really need an anchor is whenever the storm comes. And I read this little line: To realize the worth of an anchor, we need to feel the storm. It's in the storm when you really know whether or not your anchor is a good one. It's also a really bad time to discover that you wish you had one when you went out without one. It's a really bad time to wish you had invested in the thing you most needed and not have it on board. But our anchor, and we have an anchor, is Jesus Christ. He's also the rock, deep down in the depths that grip our anchor of hope. The psalmist wrote this in Psalm 62 verse 1. My soul finds rest in God alone. My salvation comes from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I will never be shaken. The days ahead and the days that we're going through will put strain on the cables of our lives. As everything else in the boat that we've been carrying and think we needed loses its attraction, the one thing that will really matter is the anchor. Remember in Acts chapter 27, and Paul and all those other folks were on that boat going to Rome, and a storm. They were caught in it 14 days. And you remember that they threw overboard those things that maybe they once mattered to them, the cargo, the grain, everything went overboard. Even at one point they threw over the tackle of the ship, the one thing they maybe might have thought was indispensable, but they kept their anchors. Because it was the one thing, when everything else was gone, they knew they needed. Now, like no other time before, perhaps, for many of us, we can be sure that, like the little hymn said, we have an anchor that keeps the soul steadfast and sure while the billows roll. In Isaiah chapter 28, it reads like this, verse 16. So this is what the sovereign Lord says. See, I lay in Zion a tested stone, a precious cornerstone for a sure foundation, and the one who trusts in him will never be dismayed. Jesus Christ is the rock that has gripped every anchor that has ever been cast to him. I just want to, as I finish, encourage us all in these days of storm, in these days of fear and billows on the waves, to trust him and to cling to his faithfulness and to cling to his love, for he has never lost a crew. Yeah. Thank you. God bless.